After doing more than 500 one-to-one identity makeover sessions, and at this point coaching thousands of people to create illogical cash months, what I found is that there is one thing which causes delay in the manifestation. So when I coach people, when my clients come to me brand new, this pattern is always there. And when we work on that, we collapse time like anything. We can collapse years into weeks and months. And I want to share with you the secret. The secret is you are not a match for what you're desiring. So your manifestation is not delayed. It's already here. There is nothing to be created nor destroyed according to both science and religion. The creation is finished. So your manifestation is already there. It's manifested in the fourth dimension. That's why you can access it with your imagination, because it's already here. And the only thing that you want is to become a match so that you can be in vibrational alignment to receive it. And today I want to share with you a powerful alignment formula, which has got 4 steps, and it's really, really powerful. And it will take you one day to do this. It's really powerful. And when you do it, you can literally connect and recalibrate to the golden thread of alignment straight away. It's really powerful. So the first step of alignment is to uncover where you are not aligned, what isn't stored in your body and in your nervous system. So connect with every part of your body, with your throat, with your crown, with your third eye, with your forehead, with your sacral, with your solar plexus. So your sacral is just underneath your belly button. The solar plexus is just underneath your chest. Your third eye is on your forehead, your throat, your back where you get stability and groundedness, with your head where you have your crown, your connection with the source you're receiving. You start to really connect and observe. When you think about money, when you think about abundance, when you think about receiving money, when you check your bank account, when you think about your goal, your vision, when you think about your business, what sensations are you feeling? Because if you're feeling sensations in your forehead, that means you're not activated and you're not receiving intuition and guidance. So you want to start paying more attention. You want to slow the inner critic down. If you are having more tightness in your throat and you observe that, or when you say something, or when you express yourself, you experience the tightness, that means you are not really sharing your voice. You're not owning your truth. You're saying what would work instead of what you really want to say. If you're feeling a sensation in your heart, that's the lack of self-worth and self-love. If you're feeling a sensation in your solar plexus, that's the sign of confidence and responsibility. You're not really making the big moves. You don't really feel you're worthy to receive. You're not showing up confidently. You're not doing the thing. You know what to do. If you are feeling sensation in your sacral, which is just underneath your belly button, that means you don't trust in your power to receive. Your power is shaky. Your power is very circumstantial. You don't believe what your truth is. So I have got an identity diagnosis method, which I teach in all my programs. It's really, really powerful. It diagnoses your identity at a conscious, at a subconscious, and at a nervous system and body level. And there are lots of different tools in there. And it really gives you a blueprint of what your current identity is. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to really uncover, what are your patterns? What do you think about money? What are your beliefs about money? What are your beliefs about your success? Do you identify yourself as rich? This one thing that I ask in every single one-to-one call that I have, are you rich? Do you see yourself rich? And most of the time, the answer that I get is, I see myself as a middle-class person. And this is a huge income ceiling that you have. Your identity income ceiling. So you start to really uncover your identity. You can write a love letter to money, and not from a place of like love necessarily, but from a place of truth, from a place of raw, unfiltered share. Like, how do you really feel about money? How has your experience been since your childhood, as far as you can remember? And the key is to really uncover. So that is the first step, uncovering. Okay. Now in order to have the realignment and the calibration, then what you start to look at is are my thoughts aligned with my income frequency, or the way I call it, money temperature, right? The money temperature that you're setting, the temperature that you're increasing, the dial that you're increasing, are your thoughts aligned to your money temperature? If they're not aligned, that means you want to see what thoughts you want to release and what thoughts you want to keep, what thoughts you want to move, what thoughts you want to shift. So you can write all the thoughts about your life, your business, your success, money, receiving, all the things, right? About your bank account, about how money feels. Receiving money is hard, easy. And then you shift and realign those thoughts to what would you think when you already manifested, right? The second thing you do that with feelings. So the step is feelings. You do the same realignment with feelings. How would you feel when you already have that money? How would you feel about money? How would you feel about your life, your business, your work, your capability, your success, your excellence, and all of that? And you start to really reconfigure that. The third step is your moves and your actions. Are you making the moves that you would make in your business when you have that money? If you want to manifest a 7-figure business, but you are operating like a 6-figure, that means you have no marketing, you have no idea where the client is going to come. You're not even sure who your ideal client is, or maybe you're not really confident about what you sell. You don't see yourself good at what you do, or you feel that it has to be hard. Then it doesn't align with the 7-figure version of you. So once you work on the thought and feelings, your actions will start shifting, but you can also look at your current actions and see, are you operating in an alignment with that version of you, and what needs to shift? So you can ask yourself, if I already had what I desire, what move would I make? What would I do? How would I show up differently? What would I say? What would I really sell? What prices would I charge? And this will tell you the alignment gap between your thinking, your feeling, and your action. And when you reconfigure the alignment by uncovering the blocks in your identity, which we did in the first place, you start to find the North Star of how your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions align to that version. And you will know exactly where they're not, and then you start to shift it. But the key is to first work on your identity and where you are a mismatch, and then go for thinking, then feeling, and then action. Because if you are a mismatch at who you're being, right, and how you see yourself, then that will be reflected in the thinking and feeling and action. So when you start to do that, when you start to really connect with your body, connect with yourself, connect with your nervous system, connect with your heart, what you realize is that in your true essence, you already are that person, and you have accepted ideas, you have been told the things, there are emotional patterns and energies that are stored, that are blocking you from that overflow. So what you want to do is you want to release all of that. So it's more about releasing than learning more. It's more about seeing, where am I not? Because in your truth, you actually are. And all of this really requires is changing the way you see yourself. In any of that, you're not changing you, because you already are very rich, very abundant, but you're changing the way you have been told to see yourself. And now you're stepping on your truth. So this is really powerful. Try the alignment formula and let me know what things really shifted for you and how it changed the overflow. And I've recorded a really powerful training where you can shift your identity at a nervous system level. It's a complete formula. It's a 21-minute recalibration formula that you can use to shift your identity at the deepest nervous system level. Now, mindset is just the tip of the iceberg. The key is your body and your nervous system, which run your show, which controls your actions, your thinking, your feeling 98% of the time. Then it's absolutely free for a very limited period of time. So access it, integrate, and shift your identity so that you can master alignment with the speed of light. Thank you so much. Link is in the description and in the comments. Bye.